Well, that Sega Dreamcast is really making some racket back there. It's clicking and whirring and all sorts. It sounds like it's alive. What is up, my beautiful chasers? It is your commando from Orlando. It's the man of the hour who reads Nintendo Power. It's the gamer who should come with a disclaimer. Rad Chaser. How's it going? It's a pickup video. Let's look at some pickups. I haven't done one in a hot minute. A little bit to go through, not tons. Let's start chopping, shall we? Pinball. It's a Black Box NES title. You know I'm going for a full set. I've said that. I've been saying that in the videos. We got our boy Mario on the front, crushing that game. Pinball came out in North America in 1985. The player, you control paddles on a virtual pinball machine. There's a couple of screens that, you know, represent the table. It's your standard pinball game. You control flippers. Mario's there to help. And we got the manual to pinball here, so I can marry those two things together if I ever get around to doing another Unholy AI Retro Unions video. It's funny because like a lot of these black box titles are just the basic game. Baseball, pinball, volleyball, soccer. Another NES game, Othello. I briefly went over this one in my St. Augustine video for the video store that we went to up there. You know, it's one of those minute to learn, lifetime to master games. It says so right on the box. Look at that. A minute to learn, a lifetime to master. Othello. This game is also a physical game too if you've ever played that. It's fun, you know, it's basically black and white tiles. You put one down, you flip the other color over, so on and so forth until somebody wins. This game came out in 1988 for the NES in America.
What's this? Othello?
If you dare challenge Othello, defeat me or else! There, you're finished!
Not so fast!
Play acclaimed Othello for the Nintendo Entertainment System.
If you dare!
I'm reading here and it says there's supposedly a slot machine game that is revealed when pressing select and A at the main menu. But some users have reported that nothing happens after the word slot shows up. That's not slot to go on, so... Speaking of soccer, the NES. This is a 5-screw, so good on us. I feel like I like the way those cartridges look versus the 3-screw ones. They just, I don't know, they're a little more sleek. The 3-screw kind of has that snappy top thing on the top of the cartridge, so I don't know, a little more like a kid's toy almost.
You mean you have to use your hands? That's like a baby's toy.
Got the receipt right here. We got this one at Gamers Inc. We got this one on Valentine's Day. They were having a sale. Gamers Inc. has like Christmas sale. They have a Valentine's sale. They got lots of raffles, etc. too. So it's a great place to go to. If you're ever in Orlando, check out Gamers Inc. We actually did a whole video of them for the Christmas video. If you want to check that out right here. Dragon Quest IX. Oh wow, a Dragon Quest game. Man, I've really been hot on the Dragon Quest games. Been hot on the Final Fantasy games. They're gonna keep coming. You know, it seems like that. It seems like we're trending up on that.
Oh, choices, right? In Dragon Quest IX, I had to choose between a martial artist and a warrior to take into battle with me. I chose a warrior. Posse, your weapons, your strategy. The adventure is yours. Dragon Quest IX, Sentinels of the Starry Skies. Rated everyone 10 and up.
This is the only mainline Dragon Quest that's ever been on a handheld device, the Nintendo DS. This is a Japanese copy, and naturally the cover is, you know, just a smidge cooler than its American counterpart. What do you know? Very curious to see if it's in English. The only way we'll know is by popping it in though. I played Dragon Quest IX a lot, and I even linked up with my brother who calls himself the son of Rad Chaser for some reason. And the cool thing about this game is you can have 2 copies of this game, and you guys can sort of link up on DS's together, and hop into their game and help out, and then come into your game, play through dungeons, etc. So, cool stuff. Final Fantasy XII. I've never played this one. This is the OG for PS2. There is a remake, Zodiac Age. I want to get that one too, just to see the remaster. Although, I don't know if I should play through it.
Final Fantasy XII Potion 3月7日発売
On the PS2, I mean, obviously, you know, the remake is going to have quality of life upgrades. It's going to be playable on a new console, which is always a plus. There's just a key handful of Final Fantasies I haven't played. I haven't played 10, I haven't played 12, I haven't played 15. Played 1, 4, and 6 are the big ones for America, which were known as 2 and 3 on the Super Nintendo. Finished 7, finished 8, did never finish 9. Final Fantasy XIV is coming up with their expansion. They did release a pre-order minion, which is a character from Final Fantasy IX, not to spoil too much. So I feel like part of me wants to at least briefly go through 9 so I can get through, you know, some of the major plot points, because all the Final Fantasy XIV expansions, they really pay a lot of fan service to the other games of the series. So if you've ever played any of the other games, you definitely see a lot of that little Easter eggs creep up, characters, names, items, etc., like kind of little storylines. So it pays to play the other games in the franchise if you're going to play through 14. Not necessary, but, you know, just in case you want to get that little extra, you know. Just in case you want to devote hours and hours of time to your life to video games and on one specific franchise. Fantasy XIII. Played through this one all the way for sure. Played through 13-2. Never made it to Lightning Returns. This is a killer one. This is a banger. I would say it's a little bit different for its time, the old fighting system, but at the end of the day, it was a good one from what I recall. I actually haven't played it probably since it came out, so what was that, 2013? 2009, 2010. It's been a hot minute. Dragon Quest Builders 2. I need to do some research. I need to know whether or not this is just a straight kind of sandbox type game, or is there some sort of storyline as well? I mean, the real way to figure out would just be, you know, just pop it in and start, you know, just play for 5 minutes, see what happens. We're seemingly getting heavy-handed on the DQ and the FF, so this I'm excited about. Plumbers don't wear ties. Now, if you have not boned up on this game, if you haven't read up on this thing, go watch a video. Go watch the Angry Video Game Nerd video on this.
Run, Jane, run!
Technologically, it's rather anemic.
I mean, look at it. Either people love it,
I'm giving it too much credit.
or they hate it.
It is a grease fire.
A notoriously bad game, a borderline cheesy adult film type movie. It says mature M for everybody, so kids, get a parent's permission. You might call it cringe these days. I'm excited. This one's sealed. I haven't opened it yet. I got it from limited run. Oh my godness. This could be something to get into. All right, these next two I'm also excited for. I just did a video about my backlog, but now I have I guess you could call it a front log, in the sense of like, well, I got a stack of games I haven't even played yet. Persona 3 Portable. This is another limited run game.
That's the Dark Hour, a time period hidden between one day and the next.
There's a hidden hour that exists between one day and the next when terrible creatures known as shadows roam. You must wield your inner power, Persona, to protect humanity and find a way to bring an end to this threat. Let's get to it. I'm ready. And on that note, Persona 4 Golden, another limited run game. It says on the back here, new quality of life features, including improved graphics and smoothness, difficulty selection, and quick save functionality. So, you know, again, this might be a little bit more accessible. Final Final Fantasy XIV 1.0. This is for the PC. This is before it came out on the PS3. This is before Realm Reborn came out. This is the version that stinks. It's a big 3-part documentary on this first version of the game up until, you know, the version of the game that we know it. I got this game because there were a few inserts which contained codes for in-game items which could still be redeemable. So I was like, well, let's see if I can do it, if I can redeem one of these codes. And I went on and I tried to do it. It was for the this item called the Onion Helmet. And I went on and well, I made a short about it. So if you want to take a look at that right here, you can go check that out and see what happened. This one's a little interesting. Tales of Zesteria. I saw this on eBay and it was like a library copy, and I have some sort of obsession with like a library copy or a rental store copy of a game just because I feel like it got a lot of use. It passed through a lot of households. Probably, you know, somebody's checked it out. We don't know where this thing's been. Hopefully it used protection. I like the idea of like someone's played it and someone, you know, gave some life into it. So pretty cool. Haven't played it. It's an RPG, I reckon. There's a lot of tales of games in the series, so it could be something to check out. This is a huge stack of stuff I need to get through. I can't even imagine how long it's gonna take. La Pucelle tactics. I think I saw a YouTube video mentioning RPGs, etc., and this one popped up. So I was like, okay, let me hop online. I like the name. I kind of like the description. Found one on eBay for a super decent price. I think it was like under 10 bucks. CIB with the manual. No, the case is a little suspect. It's not a real PS2 case. It's clear unless this was like a special case. I think this one could be a fun one to try out too. You can only be so darling when you're hunting demons. She's loud, she's self-centered, and she just passed her exorcism exams. As Priya, a 16-year-old demon hunter, only smarter tactics and a fierce band of allies can get you out. Oh shit, I almost dropped it. Final Fantasy XII, Greatest Hits. This is a Japanese copy. Again, haven't played 12. Now I have one in English and Japanese. Maybe I'll get around to one of them. Manual's up in there. Looking crispy. If I had to pick two things to get all of, it's gonna be Final Fantasy and it's gonna be Dragon Quest. Great guesses. Ni no Kuni, Wrath of the White Witch, with animations done by the studio Ghibli, and it shows. It's a beautiful cover. I'm almost tempted to pop it in just to see the opening sequence. I bet it's a banger.
Oliver, honey, I brought you some apple pie. I'll just leave it here for you, okay, dearie?
I'm sure he'll look after you very well.
Step into an animated role-playing masterpiece. Exciting battles combine real-time and turn-based tactical elements. That's a tale as old as time right there. Dead Island, the first one. Greatest Hits. Also, look, both of these were Greatest Hits copies. I love these red cases. I'll tell you that much. These things look nice. Super nice. Game of the Year edition. I haven't played Dead Island 1. I played Dead Island 2 with Rockstar Kristen. Again, if you saw the backlog video, we gotta finish it. I reckon this is more the same, but beforehand. If you haven't seen the trailer for this video game, go watch it. I think I've said that before. Or maybe I thought it. I think I watched it. Maybe I put some of it into a game. Just a couple more things. Dragon Quest III for the Game Boy Color. Look at that baby. Nice and clear, nice clean label. Nice Japanese writing. I'm gonna have to learn Japanese and quick.
Dragon Quest III 新しい楽しさも加わってゲームボーイカラーで新登場 Enix
Okay, or I'm just gonna have to hope and pray that some of these things are in English or easy to play without. I love a clear cart. If I haven't mentioned it before, I'm sure I have. I love clear stuff. I love glittery type stuff. So if there's an alternative shell to something, or a glitter or a clear version, please give it to me. Give to me. I shall take. Got this Japanese copy of Wii Sports. This was like a little freebie that somebody tossed in one of these scores. I can't remember which, but that's pretty cool. I'll hang on to it though. I mean, look, we don't even have. Do we have a Wii? Rockstar Kristen's not here right now, so I'm sort of just talking to myself. So anyway, that's gonna do it for this little pickup video. Thanks so much for being here. Thanks for hanging out, watching the whole video. Thanks for subscribing and liking and commenting. I really appreciate you guys. I'm having fun making the videos still. This is season 2, baby. We're almost halfway into season 2. This is the Rad Chaser. He's almost out of here, and now he's out of here.
I love Rad Chaser. He is handsome and smart.